defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Richardson looking to throw. This pass caught. It's Woods. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Richardson. His pass caught at the 4. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Richardson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Dancing to his left. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll try the left side. It's Casey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Six nothing our score after one.
With the score, Colts 6, Titans nothing.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's here's 3rd and 7. Working from the gun. Here's Levis. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. On now is the Titans punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 68 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Back to throw, it's Levis. Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On first down, Casey. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 10. Here's Levis. Got his man, Okonkwo. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Levis out of the shotgun now. Touchdown! Chigakakwo, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are back within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Richardson to throw. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Only able to gain a couple there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Richardson out of the shotgun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now Richardson. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he gets it down to the 32. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Richardson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Richardson. This is caught. It's Woods. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 7, Richardson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson flushed out right. A throw on the run, but that's incomplete. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. And his kick here is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Levis to throw it. That one completes illegal. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Levis. That's complete downfield to Okonkwo. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Levis, quick completion out wide. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Titans have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good.
And the lead is down to 2. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun, Richardson.
Open man down the field. This is Mitchell.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Adonai Mitchell.
58 yards.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Levis looking to throw.
Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
Now Levis. Cockrell holds it in left side.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Levis from the gun. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Chris Godwin
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Richardson looking to throw this.
He's got a man complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Michael Pittman.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll move them back within 6 now.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Casey.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
This is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Richardson looking to throw. This pass caught. It's Woods. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Levis back to throw. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And all the way down to the 26. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Running lanes ran a premium in the first half. He's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now a give, right side. Casey. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson.
They'll find Taylor. That's complete.
Room past the 35.
And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Now a tip of the cap to the man under center, Charles. He just went over 400 yards passing in this ball game. He's got the touchdown passes to boot, taking pretty good care of the ball. Just all around a really solid performance.
Yeah, just check, and check, right? Because he certainly showed he was worthy of the trust that his team put in him. A handful of touchdowns to his credit thus far. Now he's just crossing off yardage milestones, and win or lose, his name has to be in serious discussion for player of the game.
Now 2nd and 9. Now it's Richardson.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He got a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine.
Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Colts take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Moody good with the extra point. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And they're going to give it to another jet sweep. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Here's Levis. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw, it's Levis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Levis sets up to throw here. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Up the middle they go. It's Casey, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A quick throw caught by Godwin. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he goes out right around the 39.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Second down, another run with Taylor. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he'll be brought down at the 37.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this down to the 33.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Here's Richardson to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Now Richardson. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Adonai Mitchell.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts are on their way to a 2-0 start. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Now a 2nd and 10. Levis to throw it.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Kwity Paye getting in there and burying him behind the line.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Levis.
That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
They'll run on 1st down. Casey pushes him aside at the 45. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And his first throw here is incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. On 3rd down, it's Casey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Now Levis. And Levis with a smart move, sliding down after picking up the first.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Levis looking to throw. Okakwo holds it in left side.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Levis to throw.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
A waste of time. Paid for this?
Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8. Here's Levis. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, just was unsuccessful.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
141 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
So it's a win here for the Colts, and it was thanks in part to their man under center, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he really carved up this defense. They were left looking at each other a number of times and just shrugging their shoulders. He had 4 touchdown passes and even had another on the ground for good measure. Really just played a whale of a ball game.
So for Indianapolis, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside